Policy Lifecycle in Guidewire. Let us understand the key stages an insurance policy goes through in the Guidewire system. This is true for the Guidewire system, and this is also generally true for the life cycle stages for any insurance policy. So let's move ahead and let's understand the key states of an insurance policy. Policy life cycle in Guidewire. Introduction to insurance policy life cycle. An insurance policy goes through certain predictable life cycle stages. So what we will do out here, we are going to learn insurance policy life cycle stages, transition between these stages, and how these stages are handled in the Guidewire PolicyCenter. Whether it is a Guidewire PolicyCenter or whether it is any other core insurance system, the key stages of an insurance policy will remain the same. There may be some difference in the nomenclature. The typical policy life cycle stages are submissions, quotation, underwriting, issuance, renewals, cancellations, reinstatements, rewrites, etc. What is the role of policy life cycle in the Guidewire platform? The Guidewire platform is a core insurance solution. The policy life cycle stages are handled in the Guidewire PolicyCenter. You know that the three main Guidewire modules or Guidewire solutions are PolicyCenter, which handles the policy administration, Claims Center, which handles the claims servicing and claims adjudication. Then there is Billing Center, which handles billing. In addition to Policy Center, Claim Center, and Billing Center, Pricing Center has also been introduced, and there is also an area which is Contact Center, which handles the contact of accounts, brokers, agents as well. So what is the importance of understanding policy life cycle for business analysts? Or as a business analyst, if you understand the policy life cycle stages and if you understand the transition between these stages, you will be able to appreciate what events lead to this transition. So say for example, non-payment of a premium for a sustained length of time may cancel a policy. For example, at the end of the policy period, the client may choose to renew the policy. So policy cancellation, policy renewal, all these are parts of a policy life cycle. Policy life cycle in Guidewire starts with the submission stage or the application submission stage. Whenever a prospective insured plans to buy an insurance policy either through an agent or himself, a customer application is submitted. So all the necessary information is submitted by the prospective insured or the customer. The name clearance and data validation is done by Guidewire. Once the name clearance and data validation is done, the eligibility is checked and a quote is generated. So now application submission, and then there is quote generation. Underwriting bases data and information provided about risks, coverables, and coverage limits. The underwriting is done. This could be an automated underwriting process for simple risks and moderate cover limits, or it could be an underwriting process which involves manual intervention, that of an underwriter. Successfully underwritten policies are moved to the quotation stage, where quote is shared with the prospective insured or the prospective client. Quote or quotation stage. Once the application is submitted and a quote is generated, this quotation is shared with the prospective client, and the prospective client or the prospective insured will either accept the quote or he may reject the quote. In case of quote rejection, some alternative quotes may also be generated. If the quote is accepted, then the policy moves to the bind stage or bound stage. From here, we move to the policy issuance process, policy issuance stage. Here, policy documents are generated. Guidewire automatically creates official policy documents, including terms, declarations, coverages, details after approval. Customer is also communicated at this stage via his preferred communication channels. The documents are kept for compliance and storage in the document management system. Policy changes or policy endorsements. There could be some midterm policy changes or adjustments. Say, for example, in an automobile policy, customers can ask for addition of named drivers. We can ask for new coverables and new coverages and coverage limits. One can ask for a change of address. All these changes are subject to compliance and validation. So this is the endorsement for policy. A policy which has been issued and for which regular premiums are being paid is under in-force condition. An in-force policy can be cancelled at the request of the customer. So even before expiration of the full term of the policy, the customer or the insured can request for cancellation of the policy and can request for partial refund of premiums as per rules. The policy can also be cancelled by the insurance company. Say for a case where insurance premiums are to be paid on a regular basis, say monthly or a quarterly basis, and if these premiums are not paid on time, the policy can be cancelled by the insurance company. Reinstatement. A cancelled policy can be reinstated by the insurance company subject to certain conditions. So there should not be a substantial time lapse from the day of the cancellation of the policy. So if the policy has not been reinstated within a stipulated time period, the cancelled policy will get expired. A cancelled policy can be reinstated, for example, say within 30 days of its cancellation, if the premiums which are past due are paid to the insurance company by the insured, necessary premium payments are done along with interest payment or surcharges if any. So this is reinstatement of a policy. Policy renewal. A policy which reaches the end of its term, that is the expiry date, can be renewed, and this renewal can happen in an automated manner by Guidewire using policy data, underwriting rules, and customer history. The customer notifications are provided and the customer accepts the renewal by paying the necessary premiums in a timely manner. There is also a scope for manual intervention and flexibility. An in-force policy at the end of the policy term or at the end of the policy period can be renewed. So this is the renewal state of the policy. Conclusion. Guidewire offers comprehensive policy lifecycle management, right from the quote stage up to the renewal stage. All the policy situations are handled in Guidewire. And to summarize, submission, quote, bound or bind, then policy issuance, which makes an in-force policy, then there could be policy endorsements. A policy may reach a cancelled stage. From cancelled stage, it can be reinstated. At the end of the policy period, the policy may get expired or it may get renewed. So this is the whole policy life cycle. This is true for a normal insurance policy, and this is how it is handled in the Guidewire Core Insurance PolicyCenter system.